Hello, so today in this video I'm going to make some hash brown patties. I'm making these hash brown patties with some sausage kolaches and eggs, and I'll post that sausage kolaches video probably before this one or after this one, so be on the lookout. But for these hash brown patties, what you'll need is 1.5 pounds of russet potatoes, 1 to 2 eggs. I'm using probably about 3 pounds of potatoes, so I'll do like 2 or 3 eggs. And then 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, and then you'll need 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and 2 tablespoons of butter, and 2 tablespoons of any oil like canola or olive oil. And this will make about 8 hash brown patties with those 1.5 pounds of russet potatoes. So I already washed and peeled these potatoes, and then I'll put them in the food processor to shred over here. If you want this recipe, I'll link it in the description if you ask for it. On the food processor, I'm using this little blade here. You can see me in the reflection, but I'm using that on here. You can use a grater as well, or a mandolin. So I'm going to just half these because the whole one's not going to fit up here. Maybe I can put it on the grater, I don't know, but I'm going to just half these and see if it works. I have made hash browns one time before, but I don't think they turned out too well, so I guess wish me luck on this one. But here I have that, and I'm going to see, okay, it fits. So then you just want to use your little thing and shred that down. Alright, so I have shredded all my potatoes. Now you want to get a large bowl, and if you can see that I have some water and ice cubes in the bowl. So I just did about 2 cups of ice cubes and then filled the bowl about right here. So I don't know how much water that is. I don't know, but yeah. Now you just want to take your shredded potatoes and put that in the water. So when you're making these potatoes, you want to work quickly because they will oxidize and turn brown, and they kind of go bad really quickly. So yeah, you just want to work fast. See, they're already turning brown. So you want to put this in the ice cold water for 10 minutes, and then when you're done, you'll drain it and then rinse it and then dry it off. But here's what the shredded potatoes look like. I think the food processor is easier to use. And just dump those in here. And you're trying to get the starch off the potatoes when you're doing this, because the starch doesn't, let it make that potato patty shape like you want it to. See, there's a lot of water in this food processor from shredding the potatoes, and it's turning brown. If you can see that, that's how the potatoes do. That's why you want to work fast. But yeah, so I just have it in the water, and I'll let that soak for 10 minutes. And the water's turning brown. But yeah. Alright, so it's been 10 minutes. I drained off the potatoes and then I rinsed it under cold water. It's still draining, if you can see that. But you want to take your potatoes and put them in a bowl and use a towel to dry them off. Get them as dry as you can. But like I said, work quickly because it will turn brown. I think last time my potatoes, they, turned brown. So I don't think it matters. But I think maybe that may have been the problem with my hash browns last time. So the towel, just have a small bowl here, and I'm going to take the potatoes and just put those in the bowl. Like so. And then just drain them. Like I said, I rinsed them with cold water, so you just want to, always use cold water for this. And I'm just draining it like so. You can take it, this one too. get that water out. Don't break your bowl. While I'm here, subscribe to my channel. My goal is to get 300 subscribers. I'm at 225. So subscribe, like this video if you like it, and comment down below what's your favorite kind of food to make for breakfast. Because today I'm making brenner. Do you like breakfast for dinner? And yet again, if you want this recipe, comment down below. So you see there's a lot of water I collected with that. Now that that's done, you want to take another bowl and transfer your potatoes into this bowl. And then we're going to mix in that salt, pepper, and egg, and a little bit of the flour. It's still like very wet, but I got a lot of water off. This towel is soaking wet. So, alright, so here are all the potatoes. There you go. And you want to season it with your salt and your pepper. So I have some black pepper here. Don't go crazy. I usually go crazy. And I'll add some other seasonings actually. Didn't I just say don't go crazy with the seasoning? I'm going to add some garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and a little bit of oregano. That's usually how I season my potatoes. But black pepper. Not going crazy with that. I made some grits recently. Jalapeno cheddar grits. Didn't measure anything. I put way too much pepper in it and way too many jalapenos. It was really spicy. So, like I said, you can always add things, but you can't take them away. A little paprika here. I'm rushing. A little paprika. Just a 1/4 teaspoon of all of these. Oh. And when you're done molding these, you're going to, I'll show you that next, the molding part, but you're going to put all of this in the freezer. So you want to mix up your seasonings. Here's what it looks like. And just mix that together. And at this stage, you don't have to, you can just like put all this in the hot pan with some oil in it and fry it up like hash browns, but we're making patties, so it has to be a little different. Alright. Then you want to add your egg. So like I said, I have quite a bit of more potatoes, so I'm going to add 2 eggs. 1. That was a really bad egg crack. And 2 tablespoons of flour. You would use 1 egg if you're using 1 1/2 pounds of potatoes. But you want to add your flour in here and your egg and mix it. Alright, so the egg and flour, it's in the hash brown, the shredded potatoes. And I have a pan here with some freezer paper that I cut and just put on the pan. And you're going to make patty shape, so you can do a square or a little circle shape. Your potatoes, you just want to mold them, and then you want them to be about 1/4 of an inch thick. So I'll see if I can do that, but then you want to freeze these for 20 to 30 minutes in your freezer. I'd say about 2 tablespoons, and just shape them. They're kind of like McDonald's hash browns, and I'll show a picture of what they look like because I know you can't see. So here are the potatoes. I shaped them. There are about 9 of them on here. See, they look like that, but yeah. Alright, so I'm going to try my best to show you how to make them. So there's that much, and then I have another sheet over here, and you just want to do that. And shape them like a rectangle like you saw over here. They're supposed to be 1/4. I can't do it with one hand. They're supposed to be 1/4 rectangle thickness, like 1/4 thickness. but I'm doing way more than that. Which just means it's probably going to take longer to fry, which means it might burn. So follow the instructions. Wait, yeah, I'm like, there you go. I'll take some off of that. That's too much. You can just do that if you mess up like that. Yeah, there you go. So that's what it kind of looks like. So I finished all the shaping of the potatoes. Some of them are way thicker than 1/4 inch, but that's alright. So now I'm just going to freeze them for 20 to 30 minutes. I'll probably end up doing it longer because, like I said, I'm making those sausage rolls. And I'm going to get started on that dough for the sausage rolls, or the kolaches, if you will. Alright, when these are done, I'll be back. Alright, so the potatoes are done. They've been in the freezer for about an hour, well, actually probably 2 hours. But I have 2 tablespoons of butter and about a half a cup of olive oil. And you just want to put your frozen potatoes in your oil and just fry them till they're like golden brown. So, I burned myself. Be careful. I keep burning myself. But, yeah. If you remember, I have 2 pans, but with this, you want to just keep everything in the freezer until you need it, because these will melt and defrost, and it's not any good if you try to freeze them while they're not frozen. So just leave the other batches in the freezer and take them out as you cook. Also, I have the heat on about medium-high, but just keep watching and you can go back from medium-low to medium-high. You don't want to burn anything. There is butter in here. You know butter burns. So yeah. So I decided to cover it up. It kind of makes a lot of mess on the stove top. But now, after 4 to 5 minutes of it covered, you want to uncover it, flip it, and cook it for 4 minutes. Here's what the cooked ones look like. I think these are kind of burning. But here are these, so they're kind of crispy, but they're still soft, and they do taste good, so with the seasonings I use. But yeah, these are the hash brown patties. To go along with the hash brown patties, I made some kolaches, or sausage rolls. They're a lot bigger than I anticipated them to be, but yeah, that's how they look. And I'm going to be posting a video about that and how I made these. So if you want to go watch them, if you want to see how I made these, go check out that video. But yeah, I'm going to finish up the rest of those hash brown patties and I will be back. They're very messy, the hash brown patties are. Here are the hash brown patties. Here they are. That's what they look like. I'm not done making all of them, but I thought to just end the video here since I have a fair enough amount. But yeah. And to go along with these hash brown patties, I made some sausage rolls, or kolaches. This is what they look like. They're just sausage rolls. Yeah. So if you want this recipe for the kolaches, just look in the description. I made another video for that. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you make these hash brown patties and the kolaches. And subscribe to my channel. My goal is to get 300 subscribers. I'm currently at 225 on November 13th, 2025. So yeah, I don't have a really end date for, when I reach 300, but I do hope to reach 300 soon because I'm going to do something special for y'all. But like this video, comment down below if you want the recipe or not. I'll probably still put it in the description, but let me know if you want the recipe. And thank you for watching. See ya.